10 years. I met him when I was 20, and I don't really remember what my life was like without him or who I am without him. But I'm finding my environment at home. We have 2 kids together, and I'm starting to just feel unsafe in his company, and he's just becoming a really horrible version of himself.
Right, okay. So what I'm hearing from you is that you're concerned about your safety and your children's safety. Is that correct? Am I on the right track?
Yeah.
Okay. And on the other side of it, I'm hearing that you're not sure if you want to leave him. Am I right about that as well? Okay, so are you in here today to help yourself decide if you want to leave? Or what would you say?
I'm just looking. I need to talk it out. I need a second opinion. I've just been so much in my head. I feel like I don't really know what the best thing to do, and it's not even that I'm considering it just for myself, it's for my kids. If I continue to wait and see, or if today's the day that I decide that I need to take a step to leave.
Right. So you're conflicted in whether or not you want to stay with your husband because you love him, or whether you should put your safety as priority. I heard that right?
Yeah, I mean, I do still genuinely really love him. It's just that the person that I love is not who he is anymore, and he's become really emotionally volatile towards myself and my kids, and I'm just worried that if I stay, it's going to, someone's going to get hurt.
So I noticed that your body language changed a little bit when you're talking about that, and I feel your pain. This is a very painful topic. So I just thought I'd just pause for a minute, go with it. Just sort of give a moment space before we go on. So you can sort of gather yourself a little bit.
It's a difficult thing to talk about, but it also feels really good to get out because I haven't told anyone else about what's going on. I feel like I really sheltered myself I isolated myself from my family and friends lately because I don't want them to hate him, and I don't want it to become this big dramatic situation. If I do leave, I want it to be as quiet and as drama-free as possible. I just want to not have to answer to anyone or talk about it. I just want to take the kids into a space where we're going to be okay.
So I just want to comment on how strong you are that you came in today, and that you're looking at what's really right for you. That takes a lot of strength for an individual, and I really commend you on your thought process and on coming in today to talk about it. You're a very strong woman.
Thank you.
So I'm hearing from you a lot of conversation that's leading towards leaving. I haven't heard a lot about staying. Would you say that you decided that you want to leave, or are you still sort of wavering? Or
the thing that I think is most conflicting with staying is the insignificant health, like those vows I made my husband, and I recognize that he's not well right now. This isn't him. So part of me feels obligated or guilty, obligated to stay and guilty to leave, because I don't want to abandon him. But my responsibility lies with my kids. I'm their mother. They're not old enough to defend themselves, nor should I have to in our house. And because my husband's not who he normally is, I don't think he'd ever forgive himself if he actually raised his hand to them or something when he was intoxicated. So I just don't want to get to that point. But you're right. I know that I need to leave. I just don't know how to leave.
Okay. Well, I can help you with that. I can set you up with a women's shelter. How would that? What do you think about those words, women's shelter? What does that bring out for you? What do you feel when I say those words?
It's such a hard thing to process because I find that I don't want to sound judgmental. It just seems like a place that I don't belong, in the sense that I've never been homeless. I'm well educated. I want to provide a stable home for my kids. And when I think of shelter, I think of drugs and abuse and like just chaos. And I don't want to move my kids in the environment they're going to have something worse,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a stigma.
Mm-hmm. I do hear what you're saying, but I've been involved with the shelter a little bit, not a lot, but I have a friend that works there, and I wonder if you'd be willing to sit with her and possibly maybe do a walkthrough of the shelter to see how you feel. It is, in my opinion, it's an inviting place, but you have to decide for yourself and your children what's best.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be sort of an introduction to help you, think about what your options are. Do you think that would be something you'd be interested in, or would you feel comfortable with that?
I would. Oh, it's just that every time I leave the house to do something that's outside my work schedule, I have to explain my whereabouts to my husband, and I felt like it was already a risk to be here for an hour, and I had to come up with a reason why where I was and what I was doing, and I just worry about how I'm going to, what I'm going to tell him when I go.
Okay. I could also call and see if she has an opening right now,
Mm-hmm.
or if she'd send someone over right now. And I don't know if you could print pictures or not, but that might help you get a visual.
Mm-hmm.
At least it would be an introduction, if that is something that you want. I'm not sure if I'm hearing that is something that you would like.
I mean,
it's okay if you don't.
Is this what women do when they're in? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Because my husband's drinking, like I'm supposed to uproot my kids and go into the shelter and wait. I don't know if that's. I only want the shelter to be a temporary thing. I'm still really conflicted. Like I just don't know what to do. But I would be open to talking about it.
Okay. As opposed to, just so you know, you decide what's right for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I have all the confidence in you that you can decide what's right for you. The shelter isn't the only option. Maybe you may have family or friends, or I don't know if that's a safe option for you or not. Would it be safe for you to be on some family friends right now?
I could reach out to my own parents who are in the city, just that they're elderly, and I worry. I don't want to put them at risk. I'm not saying that my husband's going to come and beat down the door. I don't want you to get that idea. I don't know what he's going to be like if I take myself and my children away from the house and without warning or without explanation. And I just worry about what will happen. That's all. But I would feel more comfortable with being in my parents' care, if in their own.
Okay. I think you've done really amazing coming in today, and I think you have a lot of strength in making decisions, and I think but to expect you to know right now and share with me is probably a lot. It's probably something you want to ponder and think about. And as you go away from here, you might think of your own solution that's different from what we talked about, and that would be okay too. I think we will try and get an appointment today with the shelter to have someone come by, just so that you know that is an option and you choose that. And then you have your children's grandparents hearing as an option as well. I commend you on making a decision that this is what's right for you and your children. That is very difficult in itself. So I think we've done very well today, just sort of giving things to ponder about. If you leave the session today and you feel like you need to ponder it more with me, I'm totally happy. I just don't want to overwhelm you in one visit, but I also know that it's hard for you to get in. So I also accept email, so you could also email me. It might be easier, but yeah, I would suggest you go home and ponder what you've done today. What I heard is that you're going to think about which option is best. You have decided to leave your husband or your safety and your children. And I again want to reiterate how strong you are. You've been able to get here today. And, that really points to a lot of strength in you. And, I just think that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming in today. And we will set up another appointment if you're interested. And we'll call right now to shelter and see if we can set up an appointment. If you're feeling like you want to do, and then you can ponder further and email me.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
It's great
you.
meeting you.